Alright, so let me, packaging is everything. Alright, a lot of times. Sometimes people, you'll get a product, alright, from somewhere and it looks like they just threw it in a bag. And you're like, dude, what is this? Type of thing. Usually I found over time that packaging is like a flare. Now, a lot of times, you grow as you go. Alright, like some packaging people will not like. They'll be like, "Ugh, it's ugly," whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? But I repeat, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Now, this packaging is pretty nice. Alright, I see it. I immediately see it, and I'm like, "Whoa!" You know what I'm saying? It draws me in a little bit, even if I don't like it, which I do. But even if I don't like it, it's going to still draw you in because you're like, what the hell is that? What is all those colors? You know what I'm saying? What is it saying? Like, whatever. This one says recovery through art expression. Alright? And then, not only does it have that, but it has a nice little saying on the back of it. So, for those people who enjoy me reading, you know what I'm saying, something, I'm going to read. So, excuse me if my head is down. Alright? And it's funny because, let me talk about this. I've had videos or things where my head is down. I'm looking at my phone, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at the desk and I'm looking at my phone. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing else going on. Or I might be praying, believe it or not. But it's never holding my head down in shame because there's nothing I'm ashamed about. And the reason why there's nothing I'm ashamed about is because I wake up every day and I work to be a better me. Okay? Regardless of what people feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be the best me. Every day I'm going to try to be the best me. And if you're trying to be the best you every day, then there's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay? Only be ashamed if you're not trying. Alright? If you're trying, you're trying. That's all it is to it. Nobody can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should beat down a person that's trying if you're honestly trying. But unfortunately with people, people love beating people down for some reason. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to be a part of the human race. But anyway, with that being said, alright, tattoos can be used to cover up mistakes, hide scars that are painful, reminders of suffering, and express oneself using a private reminder or to speak to the world. For my daughter and so many others like her tattoos became messages of hope and daily reminders that she will one day rise from the darkness that lives within her. She has tattoos containing some of these images. They are included to symbolize strength through recovery. Alright, I'm going to keep reading, but 1 second. So, I have tattoos. There's people that are they're afraid of my tattoos. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid of skulls and stuff like that. To me, it was like a bad boy thing. Right? It's like, bad boys get skulls type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Or, an expression of my soul burning. You know what I'm saying? From trying to live a life that everybody seems is wrong, but all I'm trying to do is right. And then I have no choice but to fight and be with the wrong type. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing. That's what my skulls on my left arm symbolize. When I was in Job Corps, I got tattoos with a tattoo gun. And I had my mom's name written across my bicep. You know what I'm saying? But it was like a kid tattoo, dude. It was tour. You know what I'm saying? And it dug into my skin to the fact that it keloid over. So I was trying to get that covered up as well. You know what I'm saying? Which went up into my arm that I had Marcus with a $sign tattooed on my top arm when I was a kid, when I was 14, 15 years old, dude. So I was trying to cover it up. So I'm going to get that covered up. At first I was going to get the Punisher tattoo, to be honest with you. Just a big Punisher tattoo to have just one skull on there for everybody that played me and understand what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to get a koala bear. I'm probably, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to be my punishment to people who act like clowns. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, I don't get that. Well, get this. Alright? There's aborigines out there. You know what I'm saying? That fight. You know what I'm saying? They got thick skin. They don't worry about people talking about them. You know what I'm saying? They get in and they get the job done. That's what the koala bear is about. Not to mention koala bears are kind of cute. All right, let me continue reading. All right, the lotus flower symbolizes rising from a dark place into beauty and rebirth. Lotus flowers grow directly out of muddy waters, have strong roots, and produce beautiful white and pink blossoms after rising above the water. Now, when I think of lotus, I think of a car, right? You know what I mean? But I also think of Lotus Flower Bomb, the song by Wale, right? Which Wale is very talented. I don't listen to his music because I was focused on creating my lane, and I try not to listen to people who are popular. You know what I'm saying? Because I do not want to sound like somebody that's already popular. Because they're like, he sounds like such and such and such, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, I do. I was copying them. Anyway, the sobriety circle and triangle is the symbol used by Alcoholics Anonymous. The triangle represents the three-part solution: unity, recovery, and service to a three-part disease: physical, mental, and spiritual, while the circle represents wholeness and oneness. All right, now let's talk about rehab, dude, or people in recovery. Look, unless a person wants to be recovered or make it into recovery, they won't go. You know what I'm saying? I advise anybody who is dealing with an addict in their life, you know what I'm saying? One, treat them like people. Don't treat them like scum, all right? Treat them like people, but treat them accordingly, okay? My advice from being around different addicts, and I've never been an addict, all right? Yes, I utilize marijuana, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, I haven't utilized marijuana in like a month, okay? And I'm okay. I'm not, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I'm not doing none of that, all right? So anyway, with that being said, I've been around addicts before. I went to rehab a couple times, not because I was an addict, but because I violated probation. All right. So when I find myself in situation, and I went to a drug class for like 16 months and learned a lot about addicts and drugs and recovery and things of that nature. I did that while I was locked up. I did I think it was like a 14 to 15 month program that I studied. You know, addicts. I studied this, that, and another. I studied all these things. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't have an addictive gene, I still studied these things. All right. So I know addiction and I know people. All right. So if a person does not want to get clean, do not run yourself through the ringer. You know what I'm saying? Trying to force them to go to rehab. All right. And I know you want to save your people, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But some people do not want to be saved. All right, until they're ready to be saved. So do not drive yourself crazy dealing with addicts that don't want to be better. And that's just advice from a person who has been there and knows addiction. Okay, but to each their own, do what you do. It just will save you a lot of heartache and pain. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, when a person is grown, they're grown, dude. All right. Either you're going to be a child or you're going to be a adult. All right. And if you're a child, I'm going to whoop your butt and I'm going to force you to go to rehab. But if you mess up and you get out of there, then I'm sorry, you're an adult. Out of here. Deal with it. So anyway, wings symbolize spirituality, the possibility of soaring above freedom, protection, and victory. Okay, three little birds. One of my daughter's tattoos that for her, taking from the Bob Marley song, symbolize everything will be alright. The cross symbolizes God and one's higher power, the core principle of AA and NA, which is Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, and while it is especially symbolic within Christianity, which is crazy. I mean not crazy, excuse me. Which symbolically, Jesus died on the cross. All right. And some people can't comprehend why you would be clinging to a weapon of mass destruction, which they used to. That's the way that they used to kill people back in those times, and the biblical times. They would, nail them to crosses. So some people can't comprehend why people would glorify crosses, and that's just on the defense of people who don't understand. All right. Let's see. Rehabilitation. All right. The glow represents energy, hope, goodness, and assistance, especially when it appears in the darkness, the background. All right. So the recovery poly mailer is inspired by my child, which this person, and her tattooed messages of hope. I know after trying to help my child recover will never come until the addict is ready to do whatever is necessary to get better. I just said that, but it's not about me. This is about this. All right. I know the pain as a mother to have completely refused my child money or a place to live because I will be damned if I'm going to make her comfortable while she throws her life away and kills herself. Exactly. I know the anger I felt with others who enabled my child, making it easier for her to continue to use. I know the pain of getting a call late at night from my child begging me to come get her hundreds of miles away. I know the pain of having to say no because I tried for the last time to help get her into a treatment and knew this time she had to figure it out on her own. I know the pain of a mother knowing her child does not have a phone, a dollar to her name, or a place to sleep. I also know the joy of getting a call from someone in charge of treatment telling me they've taken my child after finding her. Wait. Where did I go? Finding her on their doorstep. Okay. She knows the feeling that they're taking their child after finding her on their doorstep with nothing but the clothes on her back. I know that despite my imperfections as a parent, I did not put the drugs in my child's hand. I have no ability to stop her from putting them into her body. I know my power is over me. And through my pain, I have found my strength and made it my mission to ensure that when an addict is ready to recover and has nothing left, there are places ready and able to start the process of restoring the addict, mine and your loved one, to health. Alright, so she created the Tattoo Recovery Mailer to help find a startup of 2 recovery centers in her community. One for men and one for women. The proceeds equal $10 per case / 1,000 mailers and go directly to Recovery Road Ministries. More importantly, her goal is to raise awareness of how we as individuals and communities can come together to address the need for free long-term recovery. Insurance is not the solution. Rehab fees are insane. Charity-based long-term recovery is affordable and accessible to all. To donate, please go to http://recoveryroadministries.org. Donate, or your local charity-based long-term recovery. For more info, bios, and stories, go to UPAC and ship. You know what? I'm gonna put this in the notes on my YouTube channel. Alright? For those y'all that don't go to my YouTube channel, you can go to my Twitter page. Alright? And I usually retweet what I put on my YouTube channel for the notes on where to go to this. Alright? Now with that being said, a couple things. Alright? When I first was putting together, when I was being questioned about investors, alright, from investors, I was being questioned about what I was going to do with money, alright, there was a few things. One, I was going to assist my family at their bills, and with that, I was going to give them an opportunity to be a part of whatever company that I was building in whatever area that they wanted to be with, because there's certain areas that, from the knowledge that I've gained from being a journeyman of work and of life, I've learned in different lanes or different fields, all right, that I want to build. All right, construction, healthcare, media. All right, we'll just start there. There's other things that I have dreams of, but those are more like hobbies and stuff, like speakers and stuff like that, like little uh, Bluetooth speakers with little houses and stuff like that. I don't care if you steal my ideas, because I'm still gonna do what I want to do. But anyway, with that being said, these are areas that, you know, I told my investors that I wanted to put my money into. All right, and one of them was helping the homeless. That was the number one, because South Florida has like a huge homeless community. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been forced to sleep outside a couple times and been kicked out a few times in my life. So obviously for obvious reasons, because I have a mouth. All right. But anyway, and I don't like, you know, I stand up for what I feel is right. So, you know, people don't like that. But anyway, so there's certain areas that, you know, I talked to these investors about, and one was helping the homeless community, because I feel like I feel like I could guide homeless people that want a better life. I felt like, you know, from my knowledge, from moving to Florida with nothing, from starting off sleeping on the beach to you know, having a family, building crews, having a handyman service, being a business owner, all these lessons that I've learned in life, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, me being in Florida type of thing. I felt like I could help the homeless community that wants to do something for themselves, you know, better themselves. So that was one of my things. Another thing, all right, I went to get an ID one time, and a lot of people are mad at me about this for some reason. All right, I went to go get an ID in Florida one time. All right, and I was with my ex, dude, and she was being real annoying. You know what I'm saying? And I forgot, when I'm being annoying and I don't have my medicine and my balance is off, I forget certain things. I didn't put donor down on my ID, dude, and people got their panties in a bunch about, you know what I'm saying, about that stuff. But these people who got donor on their ID, they donate nothing to society. They donate nothing. All right, I've donated my life. Have a great day.